Good morning, children. Today we will begin with Act 1, Scene 2. This scene takes place in Belmont. That means the readers are no more in Venice. We have to shift to Belmont, a room in Portia's house. Portia and Nerissa enters. One thing you have to remember here, that Belmont is a place of love. Venice was the place for business. Now Portia is the mistress of a palace and she has also got lot of inherited property from her father. And Nerissa is the lady in waiting, Portia's maid and a very good friend. Portia is introduced in a sad mood just as Antonio was. And the difference in their sadness is that Antonio did not know the reason for his sadness. But here we will see that Portia knows why she is sad. Portia tells Nerissa, "By my truth," means truly Nerissa, "my little body," little means small, "my small body is aweary." Aweary means tired of this great is big world. Portia feels tired to live anymore in this great world. Nerissa says, "You would be." You would be means you would not be sad. You would not be sad, sweet madam, if your miseries means if your sorrows were in the same quantity. Abundance means quantity, as your good luck is. Means Nerissa tells that Portia, your sorrow is more than your fortune, good luck. That is why you are sad. But if they would have been proportionate, then you would not have felt sad. Continuing her speech, Nerissa says, "And yet, still, for aught I see" means for anything in the world I have noticed, they are sick that surfeit with too much. Surfeit means excess. As they that starve with nothing. This line means that Nerissa has seen or experienced that people who are extremely rich are equally unhappy as people who starve because of hunger. Then Nerissa tells Portia, "It is no mean happiness, therefore, to be seated in the mean." What does this line mean? This line means that the best happiness, no mean means the best. The best happiness which a person gets is when he is neither too rich nor too poor, but he has just enough to survive. Superfluity. Superfluity means having too much of anything. Superfluity comes. Comes means brings. Sooner by what white hairs. This means that those who have too much of anything, they become old very fast. But competency means having just enough. But if you have only that which you require, then you will make or then you will live a rather longer life. Portia now says good sentences means good words and well pronounced. Well pronounced means spoken in a good manner. To this Nerissa replies, "They would be better if well followed." Means my words would seem better to you if you follow them, not just listen to them. Portia says, if to do were as easy as to know what were good to do. This means that everybody knows what is good to do. That is very easy to know. But to practice that, to do that is really difficult. And if people really do what should be done, then chapels, means small churches, would become big churches where lot of people could worship together, and a poor man would slowly change into a prince whose cottage would turn into a palace. It is a good divine. Divine means a person who gives sermons. It is a good divine that follows his own instructions. Means a good person is one who does what he says or practice what he preaches. I can easier teach 20 what were good to be done. Portia says it would be very easy for me to teach 20 people what is good to be done than be one of the 20 to follow my own teaching. And if I was told that whatever you have told the 20 people to do, you too follow that, then it would be difficult for me. In short, Portia wants to say that it is very easy to preach things, but very difficult to practice those. The brain may devise. Devise means make laws. For the blood. See, rational thinking. You think and do something, you will do the correct thing. And the brain always tells you to go by laws. But a hot temper means young blood, leaps over a cold degree, means the desire of a young body or the desire of a youth always disobeys the laws made by the brain. We all do that. The brain tells us to do things which are right, but our desires always lead us to the wrong path. Such a here is madness, the youth. Here young blood is compared to a hare or a rabbit. Young blood is compared to a rabbit. How? To skip over the meshes. Meshes means net of good counsel. Counsel means advice. The cripple. The cripple means lame. This means that such a hare till cripple. The meaning of this is young spirit or a youth is like a hare who will easily leap, jump over the nets. What are the nets? The advice which is given by his mind or others. And he will try to do what he wants. Just like a rabbit who jumps over the net, and while jumping he may limp. Similarly, young people do not follow the advice and fall into trouble. But this reasoning refers to the wise talk which I am doing. Portia is telling, I know I am talking very wisely, but it is not in the fashion to choose me a husband. But this wise talk of mine will not help me to select my husband as my desire in a proper way. Oh me, the word choose. For me, this word choose is useless. I may neither choose whom I would means whom I want. Portia says, I cannot choose myself whom I want to marry, nor refuse whom I dislike, nor can I refuse the person whom I dislike. Why? What is the reason of that? Pay attention, children. Portia can neither select her husband nor can she refuse a man whom she does not like to marry, because so is the will. Will here means desire. So is the will of a living daughter. So is the desire of Portia curbed. Curbed means restricted. Portia says that her desire is restricted by the will. This will means the testament. That is what a person writes before he dies. So Portia's desires are restricted by the testament made by her dead father. Is it not hard, Nerissa, that I cannot choose one nor refuse none? Portia says, just think about me. How hard it is for me that I can neither choose a husband nor refuse anybody. Nerissa says, your father was ever virtuous. Virtuous means a man of good qualities. And holy men. Holy here means people who are good at heart. And holy men at their death, at the time of their death, have good inspirations. Have good inspirations means they have divine guidance. They are guided by the Lord. Therefore, the lottery means the plan that he means Portia's father hath devised, has made in these three chests. Chests are baskets of gold, silver and lead. You have to remember that the future of Portia lies in these three baskets: gold, silver and lead. Whereof, whereof means out of which. Who means the person. Chooses the meaning, chooses you. Chooses the meaning means the person who would choose the correct casket as per Portia's father's choice. He would no doubt means undoubtedly choose the right casket, and the casket will never be chosen by any rightly, but one who shall rightly love. What does this line mean? That the casket will not be chosen by anyone correctly except the person who shall rightly love means who shall truly love Portia. Then Nerissa asks Portia a question. But what warmth is there in your affection? Means, Portia, what do you feel? What is your affection towards any of these princely suitors? Princely suitors are the noble men who have already come to woo Portia. Children, here the spelling of woo is W-O-O, and the meaning of woo is to request Portia to marry them. Nerissa asks Portia that how do you feel about these princes who have already come to Belmont to woo you, means ask you in terms of marriage. In response to Nerissa's question, Portia says, I pray thee, I request you, overname them. Overname them means tell the name of the suitors one by one. And as thou and as you namest them and as you will name them, I will describe them. And according to my description, and as I describe them, you level at my affection. According to my description, you guess or you calculate how much I love them. Nerissa agrees to this and she says, okay, first I take the name of the Neapolitan prince. Neapolitan prince means he is the prince from Naples. And children, Naples, the people of Naples are known as Neapolitans, and they are very famous for horsemanship, riding horses. So the prince of Naples has come to marry Portia. Portia says, hey, that's a colt. He is an inexperienced horse, for he does nothing. Doth nothing means he does nothing, but only talks about his horse. And he makes it a great appropriation. And he makes it means takes pride in. Takes pride in this. Appropriation means something which adds to one's personality. Something which makes someone meritorious. So, the Neapolitan prince takes pride in his own good parts, that he can shew him himself. What does this mean? That the Neapolitan prince is very proud that he can shoe his horse himself. Children, at the horse, they run very fast, and in their legs you will see they put iron round just like a horseshoe magnet that is nailed in their feet. Why? That is not actually horses' feet are called hooves. So the iron rings are nailed in their hooves so that when they run, their hooves are not hurt. So Portia says that this Neapolitan prince takes great pride that he can nail his horse himself. Then Nerissa takes the second name and she says that there is the County Palatine. Now children, Palatine refers to Palatinate. It is a place on the west bank of the river Rhine, which is in Europe, and Count refers to the local ruler of the place. So this suitor has come from Palatinate. Portia says, oh, he does nothing but only frowns, means his forehead always has a worried look, as who should say, as if he wants to say, and you will not have me choose, means if you want, you choose me, if you don't want, you don't choose me. He hears, he listens to merry tales, happy stories, and smiles not, and does not even laugh. I fear, Portia says, that I am afraid he might become. He will prove means he might become the weeping philosopher when he is old. Children, weeping philosopher refers to the person Heraclitus of Greek mythology. This Heraclitus was so sad by the stupidity of mankind that he went to live alone on the mountains, and that is why he was called as the weeping philosopher. So Portia says that the Count Palatine is so full of unmannerly, unpleasant sadness in his youth, in his young age, then what he will be when he grows old? I should rather be married to a death's head. Death's head means a skull having a bone in his mouth than to marry these two. These two are the Neapolitan prince and the count.